He's being along with Farhan is just zoning Johnson out, Jupiter. But the Radhav drive was absolutely perfect. I mean, gets the retribution on time. Using the endless, will be taking a lot of damage. Radhav might not get a single Johnson will be launching the and there we go. Gets the lead in with the super position. It's Rush not sniping.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to MKE Championship Season 5. Here we are on to day 2 of the quarterfinals. I'm Aziz with my co-caster Zoe here on the casters deck today, and we are going to be witnessing a really interesting match between the two teams here that are going to be clashing against each other. Well, Zoe, introduce yourself and go ahead and fill up us on the teams.
Yeah, and hello guys again. And as my co-caster Zazel said, this is gonna be a really interesting match because I was there between their quarterfinals qualifying matches, so I saw how much capability that they have and how much potential these players have. So I think this tonight's matches are gonna be so intense, and I wish both the teams a very best of luck.
Absolutely, but one thing you forgot the most is to introduce the team itself. Let me do that for you. For the blue side,
Yeah.
today we're gonna have the Miya Bhai versus Milkman being on the red side, and these two teams have all their clawed their way up to here onto the day 2 of the quarterfinals, and they're gonna be clashing against each other today. Well, for your information, MKE Championship Season 5 is actually sponsored by Genesis Store, co-sponsored by Ivy Diamond Store and Zeutan Store. Well, we'll be moving ahead into the pick section really into the draft section. Well, Zoe, why don't you go ahead and let the audience know about the giveaways that we're going to be having today?
Yep, and just as we did in the previous days, we are going to give you some diamonds. I guess we will be displaying you a redeem code. So this will be a first come first serve basis. So make sure you just go to the link in the bio or in the pinned comment, and get your diamonds for free.
Yep, absolutely. Go to the link in the description and you can redeem your codes there for 54 diamonds each. As she said, Zoe, it's gonna be first come first serve. So yeah, go ahead and get those codes for y'all pretty quick. And here we are moving on into the draft section. As you can see that the first ban actually coming in from the side of Miyabai is already Valentina. Meanwhile, the first ban coming in from the side of Milkman is gonna be that Julian. Following up with a ban on that 1-1, well, the first two bans from the side of Miyaba, what do you think about them, Zoe? Like Valentina and 1-1, do they fit in the meta?
I will choose my
Um,
own path.
yeah, and in the previous matches, the qualifying matches, we could see that Atsuhi, or is it Atsuki or Atsuhi? I'm not sure, but we could see a really nice jawhead gameplay coming in from that player. So I was really, really hyped up during that match, seeing that gameplay. So I think I am not so much, familiar with the picks that nearby teams have banned, and I did not see a team Milkman playing those picks. So I don't really know what will, happen in this draft pick. So let's see. I think Valentina and 1-1 and also Arlet and Julian are really, OP heroes during this meta and, in the frequent, recently released meta. So I think they are pretty good bands, and we can see some picks coming in too.
Yep, absolutely. As you were saying that that Arlot is really OP along with that Julian, and of course, Miyabai here had the first pick already in their hand. Milkman did not wanted to give up that Arlot to them, so yep, banning that was a really good choice. And looking up here at the Miyabai, they actually picked that Faramis and Kaja, which are very ultimate dependent heroes. And because I think they had this composition in their mind from the start of the game, and that's why they banned that Valentina. Valentina can actually steal ults, and using Faramis ult, getting that ult, giving that ult to the opponent is actually going to be a pretty huge loss for Miyabai. So yep, this was a pretty good ban Valentina coming in from the side of Miya. But meanwhile, we can see an Atlas getting picked here from the side of Milkman. Um, the idea here is, I think, there is no space for Diggy to actually come in. Mage has been picked, and maybe XP or Rome has been picked. That's what they think, and they haven't even banned Diggy yet. So Diggy cannot come into the composition of Miyabai. So actually, I think they went for Atlas, thinking with that in mind. What do you think, Zoe?
Yeah, I guess so. And just as you mentioned, with the Faramis pick, that Valentina ban just made sense. So that's a really good, compositions coming in from Team Bhai. And also, I think Team Milkman got the best of it and, chose to pick Atlas here. Think they already knew that Team Bhai did not have a space for Diggy in that team, just as you mentioned. So I think. Okay, we can see the second banning phase is also already over. And we can see Fredrin being banned, yes, really a pretty OP hero, Fredrin is, and also we can see as a reply from Team Nearby, Brody ban is also coming in. And okay, Gaki has gone for a user pick while Joy Boy has gone for Joy.
If not just that, actually, both teams were actually feeding each other out really well. They noticed that Miyabai was actually was left picking their jungle, and so that's why that Fredrin ban actually came in from the side of Milkman. I actually noticed that Milkman were actually lacking marksman, so that's why they went in for that Brody ban, so that that Beatrix would not have any problems dealing with in her lane. Not just that, even though Atlas was picked, I can say that there are pretty much very good heroes to counter or like to ignore Atlas here. Joy can pretty much ignore Atlas because of his second skill immunity, and Faramis is also a really good counter to actually turn over the whole set of team fight that's gonna happen between ults, between the ult of Atlas. So I think both of the team have a really good composition here to actually counter each other. And yep, meanwhile that last pick coming in from the side of Sor is gonna, from the side of Milkman into the form of Sor, is gonna be clean. But looking at the composition, who do you think has the upper hand right now, Zoe?
I think looking at the picks, Team Miyabhai has a slight upper hand of getting things into their hands. But if Team Milkman play it wisely, play it safe, then they won't have a problem with dealing with those enemies in Team Miyabhai. That's what I think.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Yep, and putting that aside for a second, here we are, peeps into the land of dawn. This is gonna be MK Championship Season 5. Once again, as a team are gonna go ahead into their positions, going ahead into the jungles and the lanes. I'm gonna let you all know this is MK Championship Season 5, Day 2 of the quarterfinals. We are already more than halfway into the tournament, and this tournament is sponsored by Genesis Store, co-sponsored by Ivy Diamond Store and Zeutan Store. Watch out for those giveaway codes you might be getting to take a look at in this stream today, and you'll be getting free diamonds. Well, looking at the composition, I think it's gonna be pretty much equal trade in all of the lanes except for the XP lane. I think Joy is gonna be a little bit more overpowered as on to the Jet Yuzong.
Yep, since Yuzong the CC skills does not deal so much of an effect to Joy with her blinks and all that. I think Joy has the upper hand of the XP lane, I guess. And we can see both the hypers are going in for their respective buffs, and the purple buffs have already taken in and already, cleaning out their jungle. And I think this Kaja is really, helping the gold laner here, and I think that forced Atlas also to come in and join.
But actually, not just that, somewhere here on the map, Miyabai has more pressure on the map as compared to Milkman. They're actually invading more. They're actually taking up more space on the jungle rather than invading, and for that reason, I think they have little bit more dominance on the map itself compared to Milkman. And we can see in the form of like how Atlas was forced back into the base, and the whole of that Clint's lane was actually ganked early on, and even that Joy is actually trying to put pressure and keep that Yuzong in check. And right now, even by 100 or something gold, Miyabai is mostly ahead in the goal in terms of gold. Right now, Milkman went ahead, but now here we can see into the top lane by actually the first gank actually coming in from the side of Marches. Ultimate has been used. The dragon form is there up in the air, but the first blood actually went in the hands of Martis using that ultimate, and Martis is still active on that ultimate. So yeah, no one wants to approach him right now as they are a member up into that turtle pit, and they are gonna try and steal that turtle from the side of Miya. Uh, he's trying to be opportunistic. He might just go ahead and take the retribution into the point, but no, Marty's retribution was on point, and that turtle gives the level 4 to the Atlas, and Atlas ults, and that's a really good combination coming in as the whole team was turned on its head with the joining the fight. The Joy just comes in, and the damage from him is enough, along with the Joy, to actually kill the Atlas, the Yuzong, as well as that Martis. Even though the side of Milkman got the turtle, they lost the whole fight.
Yeah, I think the upper hand of that team fight just went to Team Miya Bhai, because the gold you get from slaying an enemy is more than that you get with the turtle. So I think the upper hand went right in for Team Miya Bhai there.
Yep, actually, Yu Zhong did not had ult at that point, and Martis had already exhausted his ultimate and skills. So his and Xavier obviously didn't had damage enough in this early stage of the game. So even though Atlas was able to get 3 people into his ult, the damage wasn't there. No one was able to follow up. But meanwhile, Joy is what he's known for that early game burst and mid game burst, and that's what he did the best along with the Jawhead. Just talking about that, there are actually 3 people gathering up into the bot side. They are trying to look for something here as Martis jukes them out and tries to get a jump onto that Kaja, but no, the ultimate has been used by that Bene. And meanwhile, 3 people have been caught into the ultimate of Atlas, and very perfect combination from that Xavier as well as the Atlas. But no, I don't think there are going to be any casualty except for the Kaja who gets caught up into the ultimate of Martis. Martis is actually going ahead, but what he's doing, he's going to go through the turret and he's going to die. Yep, and meanwhile,
Yeah.
even Clint is in a really bad position. I think he's gonna fall right here. Yep. Milkmen are not doing really well right now.
Yeah, that Martis did a really good mistake there. Okay, a triple kill coming in for Miya Bhai from Team Miya Bhai. It's, Joe's name is also Miya Bhai. So I think this will give Team Miya Bhai the upper hand of the fight for the second objective of the game, getting the second turtle down. Oh my god, look at the damage that Zohead is dealing right now. And that was a really easy turtle for Team Miya Bhai, because Team Milkman just couldn't come there on time. They were really forced back to base just because they got slain. So I think that was a really good initiation coming in from Team Miya Bhai.
Yep, and for some reason that dragon used his black dragon form and wasn't able to actually get any pieces of the board along with Martis, and that's ultimate wasted at this point. And I would say the tank of Milkman are actually doing really well. The Ryuga ultimate again has been used right on point. Clint is there. They might be able to pick this Beatrix off. I think Luffy is in trouble here. Yep, I think he'll be falling down as the damage from Clint will be enough with his basic attacks to take that Beatrix down. So back to the point. Into the top lane, we can see that even the dragon was forced back to like 30% of his HP from the damage of Joy. Yes, he did not have the black dragon form, and that's the issue. Not just that, I would say, even in the bot lane is happening top and bottom. Joy had actually securing a kill this time onto that Atlas here. And even in the top lane, Dragon is getting obliterated in that team fight. He cannot into that fighting between Joy, and he cannot try and hold this tower on his own. He needs some help.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh my god, look at that damage that Joy Boy is dealing there, sustaining all the damage coming in from both the turret and Yuzong. She just managed to get the kill down there, and that was a really good move coming in. And we can see, okay, a nice kill usage coming in from Eclipse from Team Miya Bhai here, and I think Atsuki is okay. And he ended up getting slain, and nice damage coming in from Team Miya Bhai here. I think Joehead was in a really tricky situation, but he managed to escape there. That was a really good move.
Yeah, somewhere we are seeing that the tank of Milkman, Ryuga, is playing really well. Those engages, those sets of him are on point, getting 2-3 people. But the follow-up from the rest of his team, except from the mage, I would say, is not that good at all. They are not able to actually follow up and do some deal some punishment and do some sync plays, some combos with that thing. But no, here yet again we can see that Ryuga was actually able to get an ultimate in onto the Beatrix, and she falls to the bot lane. But somewhere, even though that tank is playing well, that jungler is not. He's going in too far deep, and his overextending and getting his exchange for that reason, and it's not in the good section for the whole team fight to actually happen in that way for the side of Milkman. They might have some late game potential, but if Miya Bhai ain't gonna let them reach late game, it's not gonna be of any point.
Yeah, true that. And we could see Beatrix also being taken down twice already without getting a single kill here. I think it affects the team because, okay, we can see a nice Q usage coming in from Miya Bhai here. And once the kill goes in for Johet, and okay, a two-man ultimate by Atlas here. And he was supposed to retreat back, but okay, Johet using some nice airborne skills here. Okay, I think Eclipse, okay, Eclipse ended up getting, okay, slain, and that was a really nice move coming in from Flint. Nearby is alternate is being used here, and Martin getting in some really great damage here. Will he be able to escape? No, he was not, and Flint ends up getting played there too. And okay, we can see Xavier dealing some good damage right now, and that will be a really great threat for Team Nearby in the latter part of the game. And let's see, and also I think Clint is also farmed pretty well right now with the most goals coming in from Team Milkman.
Yep, Milkman obviously seems to be a deficit in those terms of economy goals, but yet again we can see actually we see some hope in the Clint. The Star is actually having his damage online. His hits are hurting the team of Miya Bhai, and I think they are gonna like place their bets onto their marksman for the late game and for them to actually get something back on the board, get some pieces back on the board, and the ultimates of Atlas are gonna help and be very helpful for that. And he's actually doing the right thing. He knows that Sar is the only one who's actually dealing some damage here and has some presence, one who's actually babysitting him for the moment. And I think it's gonna work in great in the into the long run. But here we can see that there was no contest at all for that Lord that was just started by the side of Miya Bhai, and it was just taken out without any contest.
Yeah, and the first Lord has been taken down, and I think this is not a really aggressive Lord, but yet it's a Lord. So I think if they will be able to, get ahead with all that, okay, we can see Fusefire is really giving vision to his team by checking in the bushes, not letting the others run into a really bad situation. So that's a really good move coming in from Team Nearby. We can see he is, Kaja has become a really good roam. I think, okay, Yuzong is in a really sticky situation, and Kaja ends up getting, securing the kill of Yuzong, and we can see, meanwhile, in the other side of the map, Clint ends up taking down Joy there, and Atsuki is in a really bad situation here. Will he be taken down? No. He uses his second skill and escaped there, and Lord has also been already taken down by Team Milkman without, giving it too much talent to Team Nearby.
Yeah, and yet again, Sar is actually getting some kills back on board. My eyes are like stuck on him. As Clint is actually doing something, and he was actually able to get the shutdown gold onto the Joy Boy here, playing Joy. Along with the help of that tank, and I think they are actually in a very good position to actually get that comeback here. They are down to only 5k gold lead, and here Atlas really in a good position to actually do something. Goes in with the flicker, takes 2-1 out. The ultimate is there, the damage of Martis is there, he takes on the Kaja. The dragon is there with his ultimate, and he's right on the point. Meanwhile, the Joyhead actually getting a god, like a very good kill here, but I think the damage of Sor will be able to take down that promise. Yes, is enough, but the damage of Beatrix, the ultimate lands onto the lane, but not enough to actually take him out. It's gonna be 2-for-1 trade, this time into the favor of Milkman, and this is what I want to see. This is what I want, a literal back and forth match where it is not clear who's gonna win. And I love these kinds of matches, to be sure.
Yeah, true that, and we really do not have a single clue that who is going to win because both the teams are really, fighting back to back. But we could see the upper hand of this match was with Team Bhai from the beginning itself, and now we can see Team Milkman giving a really great try in order to play it safe and get the game to their hands again. So let's see, Johed is waiting for a potential Okay, okay. You can see Johet dealing some really great damage, but he is in a really bad situation. That was a really bad move coming in from Johet, going right in towards five teammates of Team Milkman alone. That was a really bad move without any support of the team. Rest of the team ended up getting slain there, and we can see Atlas is going to initiate, but okay, the sensors have been used. One man ultimate coming there, and we can see, okay, user dragon form is also being activated here, and okay, Baron's ultimate also has been used here. Oh my god, look at how much damage that thing Bhai is dealing. And okay, we must not forget the fact that Tower is dealing some great damage here too. And it's 3-2 trade coming in here from Team Milkman, and they are engaging towards the Lord. I think Johed is also joining in as well as Kaja. Okay, let's see who will be able to get the second lot of the game. Oh my god, look at that. Johet got taken down, and I think, okay, Martis was really able to use a convenient retribution here and secure the second lot of the game. And we can see a potential comeback for Team Milkman right now. It's 18 to 14 kills and, almost 2k goal lead coming in from Team Bhai.
Yep, the goal is actually increasing, shifting into the favor of Milkman little by little, but yet again the goal is still in the favor of Miya Bhai for the time being. And it lies in, it's really interesting how the composition of these two teams are set up. One team is actually made for pick off like with that Kaja and that Johead pumped, and other team is solely made for the sole purpose of team fight. And you cannot beat Milkman in terms of team fight. They have that Atlas, they have that Xavier, they have that Dragon as well as the Martis. And the backline Clint is the one who's gonna hurt a lot
Oh
along with that
god,
Xavier.
look at that Chargers HP here. Xavier dealing some great damage there now. And I think they are showing in a really potential comeback right now. But okay, at least he is getting dealt some really great damage. But he was able to escape from that Chargers ultimate. And I think it's the best for Team Milkman to go back to their base and retreat and come back. Okay, Paramis ulti may have been okay executed, and the monster kill coming in for Clint here. And okay, look at that double kill coming in for Clint. Clint is dealing some great damage and playing really well. Okay, Clint is in a really bad situation, but he manages to escape. I think Milkman is giving a really great gameplay.
The ultimate
Yes.
slide coming in from Morak. Xavier's ultimate on point, but he's gonna get caught in a really sticky situation as that ultimate of Jawhead and second skill ejector locks onto him. But still, it's gonna be 4 for 2 trade again into the favor of Milkman. They are shifting the tides. Like inhibitor has been cracked open. That base is gonna take damage now, and Milkman, they have done their job, and in the later stage of the game, that Xavier is hurting, that Clint is hurting, like I said, and once they get these sets in, the very good engages coming in from that Ryuga on that Atlas, they are gonna take this game away. Compared to the single man pick-off composition with that Kaja, Joy, and Joy, Mark, and single person pick-off composition, there's in the late game, it all matters on team fights. One team fight, bad team fight, if you're wiped out, things over. So late game is looking into favor of Milkman, and if Miya Bhai wants to get any chance at comeback at this game, they have to look out for mistakes.
To that, and this is MLBB, so you do not have any room in order to make mistakes. Even a single mistake can, turn the game upside down for you. And we can see, okay, Ryuga did a nice, initiation there, but was not able to create a team fight. Okay, let's see. The third lord have already been evolved right now. Okay, let's see what's going to happen with that. Okay, you can see a nice gang coming. Atlas and Atlas have been taken down, creating a really great opportunity for Team Bhai to go in for the Lord here, taking one man down. A really, okay, we can see that's what they are doing. They are already
They need to ask for a
initiating
pause. Dragon is not moving. It's a problem right now, and here Martis is really in a really sticky situation here. He's gonna get caught off trying to actually get something back on the board. But here the damage coming from Clint as well as a combination from Xavier makes it a legendary for him. And here the minions are actually
Okay,
seeking in. Minions are seeking
yeah.
in. But yeah, this does not change the fact that Dragon is offline and they need to get that Gaki back onto that map, as his skills are actually the one that actually zone off that Jawhead and Mark that uh, keep in check that Beatrix. And this is all this actually marking actually creates that space for Xavier and Clint in team fights, and with him not being there, it's gonna have a really bad effect onto the whole team fight, and the game might just shift into the favor of Miya Bhai.
Yeah, I think that Dragon is really, lagging, or for some reason he is not, playing badly. We can see from the beginning of the match that happened. So I don't know why Team Milkman are not asking in for a pause, but let's see what's going on.
Yeah,
So
but
we
still
can
are
see,
not able to crack it open. They are not able to crack open those inhibitors. There are enough
yeah.
damage to actually defend it, and I think it's gonna be perfect defense with no contest coming in from the side of Miya Bhai.
Yeah, because the three inhibitor turrets are the key, in order to protect the base, and I think getting inhibitors down is really bad for a team because it will be so hard to defend the base if all the three inhibitors are down, and I think Team Nearby have got one of the inhibitors down, so Team Milkman have a chance to split push and end this game without Miya by noticing. So let's see if that is gonna happen or not.
So getting an inhibitor down makes your base vulnerable, which has been invincible till all of the three inhibitors are standing. You cannot damage the base. But with even one of them down, you can actually damage the base, and with one of them down, the whole lane loses. The minions gonna be produced of the enemy are gonna be stronger than your minions, and they're obviously gonna win without even any help from the heroes. And you have to keep that lane in check, and it's gonna be a really pain in the mind of whoever is on the losing end of that lane, and they have to keep that lane in check. And not just that, if it also creates the possibility of actually a backdoor coming in from any of those with a high damage to the towers. Anything might happen, so yeah, getting an inhibitor open is really fatal for any of the teams. Right now Miya Bhai is on the bad end of this, but I don't think Milkman is going to be far enough on that if they are not able to minimize their mistakes and take over one or two fights into their favor.
Yeah, true that, and we could see the early game favoration was really with Team Bhai with that insane damage that Johed was dealing from the beginning itself. But I think Johed is not a really good late game hero. So I think Team Bhai, Team Milkman has a really great potential of giving a comeback here with all that late game heroes in their side, and Yuzong is a really good hero to go to the back laner and deal so much damage to them. So I think Team Milkman, if they reduce their mistakes, they will be able to give a really good comeback. And I think the fourth load is being initiated right now by Team Bhai, and I think they will be able to get it down. Oh, okay. Savior just tried to steal the Lord here, but the retribution was used and that was not successful. The stealing was not. So, but that was a really nice try, though. I
Not
saw that.
looking good. Like they have the best siege potential. They saw that Joy was in the bot lane trying to clear the wave, so it was clearly 4 versus 5 into the Lord pit. And yet again, they have the dragon for the siege, for the engage to get all the vision and get the control. If the enemy has started it already, but they did not. And after the Lord was finished, Dragon went and used his ult and wasted it. It's a really bad
Yeah.
plays actually coming in from the Dragon, and these mistakes, these plays are actually gonna cost them their game, as all the lanes have been synced perfectly from the side of Miyama, and they are closing in with their minions perfectly synced. All 3 inhibitors at the same time. 1 falls down, 2 falls down, 3 is on the verge, and Atlas is actually going in for 3-man ult. Yes, he gets 2. Xavier is there. No one falls right now as of yet, but yet again, two people have been caught in the damage and the process. And but yet the damage, the ultimate actually lands on the one who was actually trying to escape here, and the Xavier's ultimate actually takes out that Beatrix, as well the Clean takes out two people here. It's gonna be 0 for free trade into the favor of Milkman, although their two inhibitors have been popped. I see this is a really good defense coming in from side of Miya Bhai. Milkman, my bad.
Yeah, but we can see that Yuzong did not initiate at all. I think he is facing some connection issues or something like that, because him not moving at all is a really bad situation for Team Milkman here, because they need all the teammates maximum support for the team fight. But regardless of that, Team Milkman were able to get a 3-0 trade here, and we can see the kills are also really balanced right now, 22-22. So let's see who will be able to get the upper hand of the latter part of the match.
Yep, this game was gonna be so easy if that Yuzong was actually taking part in things are that are actually happening on the map. But yet again, it's not his fault or not anyone's fault that he might be facing some connection issues. And meanwhile, as we're talking about, Lord's gonna be spawning in 30 seconds. Here now the roles have been reversed. Now Milkman has to watch out for them getting a backdoor, or because two of the inhibitors are cracked. Meanwhile, Miyaba has only one. So either mid lane is gonna be stronger than as compared to Milkman, and it's gonna put more pressure on them as they go in and contest that Lord that's gonna spawn in 10 seconds.
Yep, I think that the fourth Lord was a really illuminant Lord, and that Lord did a really great damage towards Team Milkman, and they were really able to defend the base turret well, but they didn't kill of that down there. And we can see Atlas is going all in. Okay, we can see Kaja is focusing on Clint here since he is dealing so much damage here, and Clint ends up getting the kill, securing the kill of Kaja here. And we can see Clint is going for Paramis as well. And okay, double kill coming in for Clint here. A nice gameplay coming in from Clint Star. And okay, we can see 2-2 trade coming in from both the teams here, and Joey is going in for Clint, but will Clint be able to? Okay, Clint uses the wind of nature.
The wind of nature on point, but Clint falls to the Joy's damage. Yuzong is here, but he's kind of really late. He goes in with the Black Dragon form. Ultimate has been used. 3 people caught. He might be able to do something, but the damage of Aramis was enough to actually take over that down.
Nice.
And
Yep.
Yuzong isn't gonna be able to do anything at this point, as the three people are gonna try and siege, but there are no minions. They have to go in and go back for the Lord, as Mart is gonna be spawning in 15 seconds, followed by Xavier in 20 seconds. It's not gonna be enough time to actually try and end the game here, so they have to go for the Lord, and Milkman have to defend it. They have no choice.
Yep. And you can see Miya Bhai is in a really bad situation. Zohed is in a really bad situation here. And I think one initiation coming in from that Yuzong would be enough in order to get the Lord. But I can see that Yuzong is more focused on defending. Okay.
Yep, actually he does not have the Black Dragon form, but yet again, I cannot blame him. He might be facing some issues, and we cannot actually expect someone to play like something. We have just here and observe what they're doing. But again, here it's a really bad position from Milkman yet again, as they are put in a sticky situation to actually defend another Lord. This is a super luminous Lord, actually upgraded at 80 minutes, and with the 26-minute mark he's gonna be really tanky, and it is gonna hit hard. If it reaches that base, and it's gonna create space, it's gonna give that base a really beat down, really gonna take that chunk of HP down, and if it gives a little bit opening to the Beatrix, they are gonna end the game here. But the factor here is if Atlas gets one ult in, it's gonna be really game over for the other way around. Atlas goes in, 3 people have been caught. The people go in, actually try to do something, follow up, but only one person has fallen. Actually the main person fell down here, as the Beatrix is down. 2 people are actually trying to defend here. Meanwhile, the other 2 are actually trying to engage into the team fight here. And Clint goes in with a flicker, takes on one more kill. It's gonna be 3 trade for 1 into the favor of Milkman. and they are actually go on. They're actually gonna go ahead and try to take some lane domination down and push some towers down. And this is what they need right now. They are two members down, and two of the really needed members of the game. They are gonna do something about this. They have to, if they are not
Yeah, and
actually.
we can see that Clint has to, sold his boots and bought immortality here. I think that's a really pretty good move coming in. Okay, we can see Team Milkman getting in some really great damage here. And his first force to retreat. I think Martis, it would be good for Martis to, play less aggressively here. Since Bhai is dealing some really great damage. Even Faramis is dealing some good damage towards Team Milkman.
Yep, actually, Clint is the one big heck of a standing pillar between Victory and Miya. And not just that, mid inhibitor tower almost fell. And that Clint, that Wind of Nature is actually always on point when Jawhead locks onto him. He knows what he's doing, and all of this whole game, I would say, not far to say that it is resting on the shoulders of that Clint. If he falls, I think the game's gonna be done for. Into the favor of
Yeah.
Miya, of course.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, because Clint been dealing the major part of the damage from Team Milkman. I think all the teammates are really supporting Clint right now. Yeah, he is being okay. We can see Team Bhai is going in for the next load. Oh, I think they are just waiting the load. I do not know, but they are up for right now. Okay, we can see Yuzong's Black Dragon form has already been wasted, and okay, Martis is in a really bad situation, but will he be able to escape here? Yes, he was. So we can see Jawhead's ultimate has been wasted too. So let's see, will Team Bhai be? Yep, that's what they're doing. They are initiating the sixth load in the game. It's 29 minutes into the match already.
Yep, I with this Atlas is the only one who's gonna go in for that front line and those pickoffs. Two people actually getting picked off here. Clint isn't here. The major part of the damage isn't here. Xavier Glocks in is gonna be a really good position for Milkman here as a bit. He's gonna take one kill. It's gonna be Kaja takes the Lord here, and Clint Immortal has been popped, has been used, and she is in a really bad position. Yet the Clint be falling down as a bit is in a really good position to actually take him out. And the only one left defending are gonna be the Xavier, as the Atlas Xavier is trying to recall really well, but the Framis catches him on. He's not gonna let him go, and this is gonna be it. I think. I don't think that Ryuga is gonna be able to do anything to actually defend this base, as that Beatrix SMG is right on the point, and she will be able to chunk that base down. But he is holding on somehow and uses the ultimate to actually pull that Beatrix out from the base into out in the open. But it's no use, as the Lord is also charging in there, and the base will be cracked down. Miya takes the game away. The whole
Victory.
reason for the game actually being on the shoulders of Clint was no joke. It's gonna be 17 kills into his own arms, like 29 kills for the whole team, 17 into the hands of Clint.
And 9 supports also.
Yeah, talk about hard carry. Well, not
Yeah.
just that, whole idea of them losing just is based on the fact that the jungle and the XP were not able to perform that well. But yet again, this is gonna be it, I think, for the game number 1 between these two teams. Miya actually taking the victory in a comeback after 6
Yeah,
lord, more than 30
yeah,
minutes into the game.
Yeah, and Clint has already dealt 182,000 damage, which is not a joke here. 46% of the damage from Team Milkman have been coming out from Clint. I think Clint really did a really great job, trying to carry the team out, and we should give a really good shout out for that player Sour, trying to get the match down for that team. But I think Yuzong has been dealing with some really bad connection issues. We could see that he was not moving in many parts of the game. So that is about it. And Team Bhai gets the first game of the best of 3, and we will be going on to the second match right now, and this is MKE Championship Season 5, sponsored by Zeutan Store and co-sponsored by Bhai Diamond Store and the Zeutan Store. With me I have my co-caster Azazel.
Yep, we'll be signing off for now. We'll be looking at you people after a while as we're gonna be moving ahead into the game number 2 and the rest of the matches that we're gonna have for the day. For now, we'll be signing off. See you soon. Stay tuned, guys. To be opportunistic, he might just go ahead and take the retribution into the point, but no, Marty's retribution was on point, and that turtle gives the level 4 to the Atlas, and Atlas ults, and that's a really good combination coming in as the whole team was turned on its head from that Xavier as well as the Atlas, but no, I don't think there are going to be any casualty except for the Kaja who gets caught up into the ultimate of Martis. Martis is actually going ahead, but what he's doing, he's going to go through the throw. I would say the tank of Milkman are actually doing really well. The Ryoga ultimate again has been used right on point. Clint is there. They might be able to pick this Beatrix off. I think Luffy is in trouble here. Yep, I think he'll be falling down as the damage from Clint will be enough with his basic attacks to take that Beatrix down.
Skill down, then that was a really good move coming in, and we can see a nice skill usage coming in from Eclipse from Team Bhai here, and I think Atsuki then is okay. And Eclipse ended up getting slain, and that was a really nice move coming in from Clint. Nearby's alternate is being used here, and Martin getting in some really great damage here. Will he be able to escape? No.
Goes in with the flicker, takes 2-1 out. The ultimate is there, the damage of Martis is there, he takes on the Kaja. The dragon is there with his ultimate, and he's right on the point. Meanwhile, the Jawhead actually getting a god, like a very good kill here, but I think the damage of Sor will be able to take down that promise. Yes.
Played safe and gets the game to their hands again. So let's see, Jawhead is waiting for a potential. Okay, you can see Jawhead dealing some really great damage, but he is in a really bad situation. That was a really bad move coming in from here. Oh my god, look at how much damage that Team Bhai is dealing. And we must not forget the retreat and come back. Parameter may have been executed, and the monster kill coming in from Clint here. And look at that double kill coming in for Clint. Clint is dealing some great damage and playing really well.
Is not moving. It's a problem right now, and here Martis is really in a really sick situation here. He's gonna get caught off trying to actually get something back on the board, but here the damage coming from the words, and Atlas is actually going in for 3-man ult. Yes, he gets 2. Xavier is there. No one falls right now as of yet, but yet again 2 people have been caught in the damage and the process, but the damage, the ultimate actually lands on the one who was actually trying to
on Clint here, since he is dealing so much damage here, and Clint ends up getting the kill, securing the kill of Kaja here, and we can see Clint is going for parameters.
Clint falls to the Joy's damage. Yu Zhong is here, but he's kind of really late. He goes in with the Black Dragon form. Ultimate has been used. 3 people caught. He might be able to do something, but the damage of Aramis was enough to actually take. All have been caught. The people go in, actually try to do something, follow up, but only one person has fallen. The main person fell down here as the Beatrix is down. 2 people are actually trying to defend here. Meanwhile, the other 2 are actually trying to engage into the team fight here, and Clint a really good position for Milkman here as a bit. He's gonna take 1 kill. It's gonna be Kaja takes the Lord here, and Clint Immortal has been popped, has been used, and she is in a really bad position. Yet the Clint will falling down as a bit. To be opportunistic, he might just go ahead and take the retribution into the point, but no, Marty's retribution was on point, and that turtle gives the level 4 to the Atlas, and Atlas ults, and that's a really good combination coming in as the whole team was turned on its head from that Xavier as well as the Atlas, but no, I don't think there are going to be any casualty except for the Kaja who gets caught up into the ultimate of Martis. Martis is actually going ahead, but what he's doing, he's going to go through the throw. I would say the tank of Milkman are actually doing really well. The Ryoga ultimate again has been used right on point. Clint is there. They might be able to pick this Beatrix off. I think Luffy is in trouble here. Yep, I think he'll be falling down as the damage from Clint will be enough with his basic attacks to take that Beatrix down.
Skill down, then that was a really good move coming in, and we can see a nice skill usage coming in from Eclipse from Team Bhai here, and I think Atsuki then is okay. And Eclipse ended up getting slain, and that was a really nice move coming in from Clint. Nearby's alternate is being used here, and Martin getting in some really great damage here. Will he be able to escape? No.
Goes in with the flicker, takes 2-1 out. The ultimate is there, the damage of Martis is there, he takes on the Kaja. The dragon is there with his ultimate and he's right on the point. Meanwhile, the Johead actually getting a god, like a very good kill here, but I think the damage of Sword will be able to take down that promise. Yes.
Played safe and gets the game to their hands again. So let's see, Johead is waiting for a potential. Okay, you can see Johead dealing some really great damage, but he is in a really bad situation. That was a really bad move coming in from here. Oh my god, look at how much damage that Bhai is dealing. And we must not forget the fact retreat and come back. Okay, Paramis may have been executed, and the monster kill coming in from Clint here. And look at that double kill coming in for Clint. Clint is dealing some great damage and playing really well.
Is not moving. It's a problem right on here. Martis is really in a really sick situation here. He's gonna get caught off trying to actually get something back on the board. But here the damage coming from the worst, and Atlas is actually going in for 3-man ult. Yes, he gets 2. Xavier is there. No one falls right now as of yet, but yet again 2 people have been caught in the damage and the process. And but the damage, the ultimate actually lands on the one who was actually trying to
on Clint here, since he is dealing so much damage here, and Clint ends up getting the kill, securing the kill of Kaja here. And we can see Clint is going for Paramis.
Clint falls to the Joy's damage. Yu Zhong is here, but he's kind of really late. He goes in with the Black Dragon form. Ultimate has been used. 3 people caught. He might be able to do something, but the damage of Paramis was enough to actually take. Have been caught. The people go in, actually try to do something, follow up, but only one person has fallen. The main person fell down here as the Beatrix is down. 2 people are actually trying to defend here. Meanwhile, the other 2 are actually trying to engage into the team fight here. And a really good position for Milkman here as a Beatrix is gonna take 1 kill. It's gonna be Kaja takes the Lord here, and Clint Immortal has been popped, has been used, and she is in a really bad position. Yet the Clint be falling down as a bit to be opportunistic. He might just go ahead and take the retribution into the point, but no Marty's retribution was on point, and that turtle gives the level 4 to the Atlas, and Atlas ults, and that's a really good combination coming in as the whole team was turned on its head from that Xavier as well as the Atlas, but no, I don't think there are going to be any casualty except for the Kaja who gets caught up into the ultimate of Martis. Martis is actually going ahead, but what he's doing, he's going to go through the third. I would say the tank of Milkman are actually doing really well. The Ryoga ultimate again has been used right on point. Clint is there. They might be able to pick this Beatrix off. I think Luffy is in trouble here. Yep, I think he'll be falling down as the damage from Clint will be enough with his basic attacks to take that Beatrix down.
Kill down, then that was a really good move coming in, and we can see a nice kill usage coming in from Eclipse from Team Miya here, and I think Atsuki is okay. And Eclipse ends up getting slain, and that was a really nice move coming in from Clint. Nearby's alternate is being used here, and Martin getting in some really great damage here. Will he be able to escape? No.
Goes in with the flicker, takes 2-1 out. The ultimate is there, the damage of Martis is there, he takes on the Kaja. The dragon is there with his ultimate, and he's right on the point. Meanwhile, the Johead actually getting a god, like a very good kill here, but I think the damage of Sword will be able to take down that promise. Yes.
Played safe and gets the game to their hands again. So let's see, Johead is waiting for a potential. Okay, you can see Johead dealing some really great damage, but he is in a really bad situation. That was a really bad move coming in from here. Oh my god, look at how much damage that Bhai is dealing. And we must not forget the fact retreat and come back. Okay, Paramis may have been executed, and the monster kill coming in for Clint here. And look at that double kill coming in for Clint. Clint is dealing some great damage and playing really well.
Is not moving. It's a problem right on here. Martis is really in a really sick situation here. He's gonna get caught off trying to actually get something back on the board. But here the damage coming from the worst, and Atlas is actually going in for 3-man ult. Yes, he gets 2. Xavier is there. No one falls right now as of yet, but yet again 2 people have been caught in the damage and the process. And but the damage, the ultimate actually lands on the one who was actually trying to
on Clint here, since he is dealing so much damage here, and Clint ends up getting the kill, securing the kill of Kaja here. And we can see Clint is going for Paramis.
Clean falls
Yeah.
to the Joy's damage. Yu Zhong is here, but he's kind of really late. He goes in with the Black Dragon form. Ultimate has been used. 3 people caught. He might be able to do something, but the damage of Ramis was enough to actually take. Have been caught. The people go in, actually try to do something, follow up, but only one person has fallen. Actually, the main person fell down here as the Beatrix is down. 2 people are actually trying to defend here. Meanwhile, the other 2 are actually trying to engage into the team fight here and clean a really good position for Milkman here as a Beatrix is gonna take 1 kill. It's gonna be Kaja takes the Lord here, and Clint Immortal has been popped, has been used, and she is in a really bad position. Yet the Clint be falling down as a bit to be opportunistic. He might just go ahead and take the retribution into the point, but no, Marty's retribution was on point, and that turtle gives the level 4 to the Atlas, and Atlas ults, and that's a really good combination coming in as the whole team was turned on its head from that Xavier as well as the Atlas, but no, I don't think there are going to be any casualty except for the Kaja who gets caught up into the ultimate of Martis. Martis is actually going ahead, but what he's doing, he's going to go through the third. I would say the tank of Milkman are actually doing really well. The Ryuga ultimate again has been used right on point. Clint is there. They might be able to pick this Beatrix off. I think Luffy is in trouble here. Yep, I think he'll be falling down as the damage from Clint will be enough with his basic attacks to take that Beatrix down.
Kill down, then that was a really good move coming in, and we can see a nice skill usage coming in from Eclipse from team nearby here, and I think Atsuki is okay, and Eclipse ended up getting slain, and that was a really nice move coming in from Clint. Nearby's alternate is being used here, and Martin getting in some really great damage here. Will he be able to escape? No.
Goes in with the flicker, takes 2-1 out. The ultimate is there, the damage of Martis is there, he takes on the Kaja. The dragon is there with his ultimate, and he's right on the point. Meanwhile, the Jawhead actually getting a god, like a very good kill here, but I think the damage of Sor will be able to take down that Promise. Yes.
Safe and gets the game to their hands again. So let's see. Jawhead is waiting for a potential. Okay. You can see Jawhead dealing some really great damage, but he is in a really bad situation. That was a really bad move coming in from here. Oh my god, look at how much damage that thing nearby is dealing. And we must not forget the fact retreat and come back. Farhan Crosby may have been executed, and the monster kill coming in from Clint here. And look at that double kill coming in for Clint. Clint is dealing some great damage and playing really well.
And is not moving. It's a problem right on here. Martis is really in a really sick situation here. He's gonna get caught off trying to actually get something back on the board. But here the damage coming from the world, and Atlas is actually going in for 3-man ult. Yes, he gets 2. Xavier is there. No one falls right now as of yet, but yet again 2 people have been caught in the damage and the process. And but yeah, the damage, the ultimate actually lands on the one who was actually trying to
on Clint here, since he is dealing so much damage here, and Clint ends up getting the kill, securing the kill of Kaja here. And we can see Clint is going for a miss.
Clint falls to the Joy's damage. Yu Zhong is here, but he's kind of really late. He goes in with the Black Dragon form. Ultimate has been used. 3 people caught. He might be able to do something, but the damage of Ramis was enough to actually take. Have been caught. The people go in, actually try to do something, follow up, but only one person has fallen. Actually, the main person fell down here as the Beatrix is down. 2 people are actually trying to defend here. Meanwhile, the other 2 are actually trying to engage into the team fight here and clean a really good position for Milkman here as a Beatrix is gonna take 1 kill. It's gonna be Kaja takes the Lord here, and Clint Immortal has been popped, has been used, and she is in a really bad position. Yet the Clint be falling down as a bit to be opportunistic. He might just go ahead and take the retribution into the point, but no, Marty's retribution was on point.
Annoying is being along with Farhan is just zoning Johnson out Jupiter, but the Wrath of Drive was absolutely perfect. Come and get the retribution on time. Using the endless, it will be taking a lot of damage, not get a single Johnson will be watching the and there we go, get the lead with the super position. It's Rust not sniping.
Welcome everybody to MKE Championship Season 5. This is the quarterfinals of Day 2. Today's match is the second match of Milkman versus Miya Bhai. Now, our previous match was a very splendid match as Miya Bhai, although it was seemed like it could be a comeback potential by Milkman, Miya Bhai stopped that comeback and scored that victory. I was watching that through the viewer station and I was happy. I was like exasperated. 17 kills on Clint. I can't get that. And like I don't play him, but like it's just fun to watch these type of matches. Before we start with the match, let's start with sponsors. It's Genesis Store, Zeutan Store, IV Store. They're sponsoring our giveaways. The winner of the previous giveaways under us in the classes desk, Miss Miles Peter at 21. Congratulations for being the number one winner. We'll be having more giveaways. Don't worry about that. I think it might be in the third match, maybe further on. But remember this: they're presented in the process test and in the highlights reel. Be the first one, first serve to like get those. Anyways, Zoe, what do you think of these matches?
Oh my god, and I was really hyped up to watch the first match, to be honest, because the whole match, in the first part of the match, we could see that Team Mirabai had a really great upper hand in the match, and they had all these, early game heroes and all that. But in the latter part, I really thought in the middle game also, I really thought that Team Milkman were going to give a really possible comeback. But I think Yuzong's bad positioning and all that connection issues, I guess, and Amartys's bad positioning just gave the match away. But we should give a really great shout out towards Sour, the Clint, who had dealt so much damage towards Team Mirabai in the previous game. So I think this is going to be a really intense match. So it seems this is a really do or die situation for Team Milkman.
This is the match of that Clint getting so angry. I think he might be inspiring his teammates or demotivating them. And I'm hoping it's inspirement because I actually want Milkman to win, as I'm with the chat. Milkman, Milkman.
Yeah, true that. And we are in the draft pick already, and we can see Xavier being banned here by Team Mirabai. Team Mirabai has the second pick in this game, and Team Milkman has the first pick. So I think Xavier did a really great damage towards Team Mirabai in the last match, and I think they do not want Xavier as an enemy here. And Arlott being banned, and also Julian being banned uh, you know, along with 1-1 from both the teams here. And okay, we can see Team Milkman going in for the Fredrin as the core. Oh no, I think he is going as the EXP laner or the roamer here, but I think overall Fredrin is a really, really good pick, and I think getting ahead with Fredrin is a really good thing for Team Milkman here, don't you think, Richie?
Fredrin as a jungle is very annoying to fight against. I haven't seen Fredrin at speed though, so maybe they might like switch some roles, and future on in the fourth pit.
Yep.
We see Joy and Brody being picked on the side of Miyabai. It's another Joy side lane, as we saw before. Very annoying to catch and very annoying to fight. And Brody this time is Beatrice instead of Clint. No, sorry, Beatrice. Let's see if they can survive against Sours' like Clint. If he picks Clint again,
Yeah.
which is funny, honestly.
True that. And we could say that Brody was being banned in the previous matches. This time, it was Brody was banned by Team Mirabai in the previous match, and this time they have chose to pick Brody towards them. And let's see for what counter picks our team, Milkman is going for. And we can see a Kadita pick and an Edith pick coming in. I got to say that this Edith is a really, really great annoyance for to have Edith on the enemy side, because she has insane CC skills, and also not to mention that damage and the region that her ult is causing even without the damage items on her side. So I think Edith is a really good pick coming in from Team Milkman, and also a Kadita pick. Mage, I think Sava is going in for the goal lane with Edith. Let's see what's going on. And we can see Lydia being picked by Team Bhai.
I really like Edith Gold, but I don't think it might be. I really think it's gonna be a swap names. We see Lilia and and a Kufra and Barat's band from both Miya Bai and Milkman. Now Kufra, are we seeing a might we seeing a fanny pick on Jungle? Is that a play to you?
Yeah, let's see. Jungler is yet to be picked, and we can see Digi is being picked. I think Team Miyabai thought that Team Milkman were going to pick the Deadly Atlas with the Fatal Link, just like in the previous match, and they went for Digi, but instead of going for a tank pick here, I think Team Milkman is going for a support. Estes, a really great supporter here with Fredrin, of course, and I think this will be a really good chance for Team Milkman to give a comeback, and we can see Beatrix being picked by Atsuki this time, and just as we mentioned, Richie, Fredrin is going as the core, the jungler, and we can see Sour has quit playing the goal lane and given the chance to Atsuki here, and we can see the previous EXP laner is not in the scene right now. I think he was being facing some connection issues in the previous match, and we can see Johead being picked as the last pick from Team Bhai.
This is a very nasty comp coming in from both teams. One side has a full-on 2-1-2 like comp. On the other side is going on a Jawhead as their jungler. Are we going to see the same comps as last match? Or maybe this Estes might save his team? Now,
I've got to say that Team Yabai has a really squishy lineup here because they will end up getting killed easily when compared to Team Milkman, because with Estes as the support, he will be healing, of course. So I think the lineup's upper hand is with Team Milkman right now. Let's see how these players are gonna get the game to themselves, and we are in the land of Dawn already.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
The land of Dawn, as everyone is walking towards their lanes. And I really want, like, Diddy, Estes counters Diddy already, so it's like, this might be a sad pick for Diddy, but he can still save his team from the other stunners, Edith, Karina, and Fredrin. So we'll see how this Diddy might work well for this team, for the team Miyabai.
I think Atsuki is, both Joy and Atsuki are waiting for their. Okay, I do not think that Edith is a really good counter for Joy here, because with all that Link skills, I think Joy is immune to all the CC that Edith is dealing. So let's see how Edith is gonna win the team fight in the EXP lane. And okay, we can see a great fight going in for the Little Wanderer, but Miya Bai manages to secure the Little Wanderer to himself, and we can see Fredrin is not bothered at all. He is, swiping up his jungle, and we can see Miya Bai and Fusefire is coming in for an invasion here, but we can see Ryuga coming just on time to support Fredrin here. And let's see. Okay, I think Miya Bai retreated there and he went for his respective purple buff, and Fredrin is going for the orange buff. So let's see what's going on.
That was an attempted invade and an attempted kill on Beatrix, but Estes coming in to stay away both Brody and Diddy. Nice call or nice pass. We see Fredrin, like, Jawhead having a tussle here. Fredrin might die here. That's the first blood.
First blood taken in. First blood taken in by Team Miya Bai from Team Miya Bai. So Jawhead ended up getting, using his early game damage and secured the first blood towards himself, and they are going in for the turtle right now. Teammates are positioning themselves in order to, okay, we can see the first objective was taken down by Team Miya Bai here with a great support and great positioning from his teammates. So Fredrin is having a really hard time securing his buffs and also the objectives here, since he was taken down at the first blood.
And Control Center on the early game might have been a bad start, but since this team is very late game, we just have to see what happens at minute 10 or after minute 10.
Yeah.
Having his fun. But Edith is there to maybe dominate I don't know. We see Jawhead and
Yeah,
Diggy, but then on Edith. She might pop up the Primal Rat, but she might not have it. With the Flicker wasted, Jawhead's domination still chases her down, no matter where she goes, no matter where she hides. On top of
yeah,
that,
I think Edith must not waste her skills on Joy here, and she could have waited for the invades to come in, because if they were focusing on the minimap. Okay, see a nice kill coming in for Fredrin here, getting down Brody himself in his lane near the second tower, and we can see killing spree coming in, getting down Kadita, securing the kill by Team Miya Bhai here. 1 to 3 kills coming in from both the teams, and we can see the goal lead is led by Team Miya Bhai.
we see the damage coming in from Lilia and her bombs. Almost popping down Fredrin like he was a squishy assassin and not an actual tank jungler. Jawhead coming in with the domination, and the ejector doesn't work yet as Fredrin slows him down and stun locks him, killing him, detonating the revenge kill.
Bye.
And
Yeah, a nice damage coming in from Jawhead there, and almost getting down Fredrin, but Estes was there right on time and was able to save Fredrin there and secure the kill of Jawhead. And I think it's it's high time for Team Milkman to go for the second objective. And okay, we can see in the meantime it is giving in some really crucial kills for Team Miya Bhai. That's not a really good sign, because 101 KDA coming in for Joy in the early game itself is not a really good sign, because we could see in the early match, in the first match also, Edith was dealing some really great damage and participating in the team fights really well. And let's see who will be able to get the second objective to their side. Both the teams are engaging, and Fredrin was able to use a really nice distribution here and secure the second turtle. And okay, a nice damage coming in from Team Milkman here. Double kill in for Kadita. Sabo joining in here. And let's see, okay, taking down Joey himself. And okay, nice flicker attack coming in there from Otsuki. And he was able to take down Diggy himself. And that was a really, advantageous team fight for Team Milkman, if you ask me, Richie.
I mean, yeah, like a 3 for turtle trade, a 3 for 3 trade does seem really nice. As Karina's title waves did seem like it did nothing. The damage from her, plus Edith, plus Beatrice coming in for the cleanup, it was just done for Miya Bhai.
Yep, and getting the second objective, the turtle to their side, I think there's a slight upper hand towards Team Milkman here. And I think, okay, Fredrin was in a really bad situation, but Estes joining in right on time, just like before. And okay, we can see Sabo dealing in some great damage with the sniper here. Okay, let's see. Fredrin is going all in, and Estes is healing. Okay. Okay, nice CC coming in from.
We see the appraisal's wrap from Fredrin. The appraisal's wrap.
Oh
Holy.
my god. Fredrin was really able to slay them down there with one single blow. That was a really great gameplay coming in from Fredrin.
This might be a point for Milkman, as they were mad at last match. With like, not winning, but like holding their ground with a disadvantage there against like Miya Bhai.
Yep, and we can see 2 seconds until the third turtle is evolving. Let's see who will be able to get the third objective of the match. And we can see Edith in a really bad situation here, but the Primal Wrath has been activated, but that was not enough region for Edith to survive there. And we can see Fredrin is going all in here towards Jawhead, and Jawhead uses his airborne really well and managed to escape that tricky situation. I think that opened up the opportunity for Team Milkman to go in for the turtle, but they are not doing so. They are going in for the purple buff of that Jawhead, and was successfully able to get it down.
You see Brody's store cancelled by Estes' heal. He might try to dead. No, he gets killed down by Fredrin. Fredrin charges in, doesn't even care if they're or not. Rushes in through everyone just to get some kills. Another one?
Oh god, look at that!
The Beatrice sniper!
Nice kill with. Yeah.
The sniper from Beatrix. What a beautiful play.
Yeah, and this really opened up the opportunity for Team Milkman to go in for the turtle here. The third turtle, okay, turtle has been respawned by Lord here, and okay, Joehead was in a really bad positioning there and ended up getting killed. That was really bad positioning, if you ask me, by Joehead. That was bad. I think Joehead thought that Team Milkman was going for the turtle there and thought of, stealing the turtle from them. And here they go, Team Milkman going in for the Lord himself.
It was a very good play by Fred blocking on the Jawhead first, and then the Lord. Because hey, it's a damaged Jawhead, it's not that he's tanky.
Yeah, and we can see Joey dealing some great damage. He did getting caught, but he did manage to escape there. Okay, a sniper getting missed by Beatrix, but we could see he was, dealing in some really great damage with those Renner and okay. Nearby is in a really bad. They're really checking in for the bushes where in the previous match Joe had really outnumbered. Okay, bad situation coming in here for Estes, but Estes' ultimate. Okay, blessing of the moon goddess has been activated.
Just like you were saying. Just like you were saying, they had to check bushes for the Jawhead doing something funny, and he did something funny but failed to do so.
Yep. And from the previous match itself, he was, ambushing all the, single targets from Team Milkman, and we can see Team Milkman is going in for the inhibitor turret, but inhibitor turret's shield has been activated there. And okay, shield has been taken down, torn apart memory being activated, but was not able to get down a kill there. Oh my god, Fredrin going all in, unstoppable for Fredrin, taking down the inhibitor turret, topmost inhibitor turret. I think they are going for the base itself. Let's see, will they be able to get down this match? Yes, they were able to get down this match. A really quick match, Richie. Milkman were able to.
A match point for Milkman. Like, they just needed a fifth person to win the game at this point. A beautiful play by Frederick just to help her out. But other than that, a beautiful play and a beautiful games by Milkman. GG's Miya Bhai will be on to the third match.
Yep, and that was a do-or-die situation for Team Milkman, and they disconnecting from the match from time to time. So I think that was the disadvantage that caused for Team Milkman's loss. A really great match, and we should give it out towards Fredrin, and Fredrin has taken the MVP of the match, dealing in his best towards the match. But I think, just as I mentioned, the team nearby had a really squishy team, not too durable. So I think with Estes on the enemy side, they really had the lower hand of the draft pick there. So I think Team Milkman got the best